The AI revolution is taking the world by storm with the release of ChatGPT on November 30th, 2022. ChatGPT is a first-of-its-kind artificial intelligence chatbot made available to the public. In the 5 short months since ChatGPT was released, it is positioning itself to replace the jobs of data analysts, software engineers, paralegals, teachers, accountants, graphic designers, and more. Conservative estimates cite that ChatGPT and other similar artificial intelligence software will replace 300 million jobs in the near future. And for perspective, the US population is 330 million, meaning that an entire nation's worth of jobs will be eradicated by the onslaught of artificial intelligence software. But are there AI-proof jobs that we can begin investing in here and now? Jobs that will not be made obsolete by the continual advent of new technology. Upcoming is an interview with Rory Groves, who delved into this topic himself and authored the book Durable Trades, 61 occupations that have stood the test of time and technological advances and are still in demand to this very day. You can buy the book at shopshepherdess.com and enjoy the interview. And as a spoiler, guys, shepherding is number 1 on a list of 61 most historically durable trades. All right, guys, welcome. You know how it goes. Give us 2 thumbs up if you can see us and hear us. We are working in the wonderful world of rural Wi-Fi connection. And also flies. Sorry, guys. All right, Mr. Groves, thank you for being here. Your book, Durable Trades, it is family-centered economies that have stood the test of time. You are a software engineer turned small-scale farmer. I was incredibly inspired by your story because I am a digital marketer turned shepherdess.
I was pretty shocked when I read the heading of this article. Sorry for its cutoff, but experts say humans will be marrying robots by 2050. As well as this article saying 27% of millennials say they will consider dating a robot. I suppose if it's a decent robot, at least won't cheat on you and do whatever else humans do in relationships. But anyway, I thought, how could that even be possible? So this really shocked me, and I started research in detail how advanced AI is and how advanced what a person would call humanoid robots are. Because I think it's very, very applicable on young people, what type of career path they take, because it could just be obsolete. And this obviously puts a huge light on what are we teaching children at school and university. Are we teaching them things that will just not be applicable? Look at the answering of this female robot on complex questions. Obviously a person says female, but in the, what would a person say in the form of a female?
Look how well AI understands images. Where was this picture taken?
It was taken in a school.
How many mirrors are there?
At least 2.
What's the person standing on?
The person is standing on a rug.
He's standing on a scale.
I think you are right.
What is he doing?
He is looking at the scale.
Where is Obama's foot positioned?
On the right side of the scale.
What happens as a result?
The scale shows a higher weight.
Is the person on the scale aware of it?
I think he is not.
Do you think that's why people are laughing?
I think so.
The AI will help identify things for blind people. Can you tell me what this is?
Butternut squash red pepper soup.
The depth of its understanding is incredible. Is this surprising?
Yes.
Why?
Because teddy bears are not usually found on the moon. This is an apple with a sticker on it.
Do you think it's printed or handwritten?
It looks like it's handwritten.
AI is also showing stunning creativity like this, and experts say we're alarmingly close to the biggest event in human history. AI can now see, taste, smell, and it's also getting powerful senses that we don't have. Is AI becoming conscious and dangerous? To recap, OpenAI's chief scientist said AI may be slightly conscious, and he's one of the most respected computer scientists with 300,000 citations.
One of the most cited computer scientists in history, one of the most brilliant and insightful minds ever in the field of deep learning.
He recently posted this image showing how closely AI's neurons mimic ours. Max Tegmark said consciousness is how information feels when it's being processed in complex ways, and some leading theories of consciousness suggest it increases with complexity. So when some experts say that AI may be conscious, they only mean it may be somewhere on the scale, and AI can watch and understand videos. What's happening here?
The Dachshund puppy is being weighed on the scale.
What's the avatar picking up?
A sword.
And soon after learning to create images from text descriptions, AI can now create video from descriptions, like a woman running on the beach in the late afternoon, or nightfall in a metropolis. AI has now combined language, vision, and real-world robot tasks. It can learn to play games without any instructions. And this isn't pre-programmed like Boston Dynamics robots, it's neural networks responding in real time. Gato was trained by watching virtual and real robots, and it's mastered 600 real-world tasks, including some that it wasn't trained for. It converts language, visual, and physical tasks into patterns, a bit like we do. It's starting with 1 billion parameters and could soon be scaled up hundreds of times. Robots are also getting some creepy visual upgrades. Scientists have grown human skin over a robot finger and plan to add hair, sweat glands, and nails. And robots are gaining taste, smell, and some incredible abilities that we don't have. Machines can smell so well that they can detect Parkinson's disease at an early stage, which can extend patients' lives. And their sense of smell involves light and sound. AI can analyze sound waves that have bounced off airborne compounds. And machines can also measure interference with light waves, recognizing patterns that certain smells create. It's so precise that it could potentially be used to identify an infection or disease just by smelling our breath. E-noses can already smell lung cancer with a sensitivity of 95%. And then there's hypertaste through an AI tongue with an array of sensors which recognize liquids through unique voltage signals. It's so sensitive it can identify different types of bottled mineral water. A robot could taste through one of its fingers. New quantum sensors can see through walls and even underground by monitoring atoms which are sensitive to tiny variations in gravity. A laser puts the atoms into 2 different states at the same time. Half are moved slightly, and the change in their energy states reveals the strength of gravity. It may also be possible to hear your thoughts without scanning brain activity. This device hears your inner voice. It picks up neuromuscular signals in the jaw and face that are triggered when you say things in your head, and AI identifies the words. The user can ask questions and the answers come back through bone conduction headphones. It also allows silent communication, and it's been used to get advice in a chess game. AI is very good at lip reading, which is of course far easier, and AI lie detectors are advancing, recognizing tiny facial movements. Humans can only detect lies around 55% of the time, and even traditional lie detectors are only 80 to 90% accurate, so as AI improves, it could have a major advantage over us. We have some idea of what it might feel like to be an AI. AIs can think much faster because light travels faster than the signals in our brains. It's been estimated that the AI I'm talking to is writing 3 million words per minute. And while human brains are limited by the birth canal, this new data center could hold 40 commercial airliners. The knowledge AI can draw from already includes much of the internet. Do you think everyone's shaping AI?
I think everyone is playing a role in shaping AI, whether they realize it or not.
While we only see a small fraction of the light spectrum, AI will see it all. And AIs may feel less separate from each other because they can quickly and precisely share information and memories. While humans take many years to learn the basics, AIs can be trained on millions of articles in a few days, including detailed scientific papers. I spend most of my time reading, but I can only scratch the surface of all the research going on. The AI gold rush is accelerating, and it's led by some passionate, optimistic people. DeepMind's CEO has a good chance of winning the race to superintelligence, and he's so driven he regularly works until 4 a.m.
I call it my second day of work, around 10 p.m. till about the small hours of the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning, reading research, writing research papers, fire off a lot of things to my team to deal with the next morning.
There's a huge incentive for companies to ignore any signs of conscious AI. By recognizing AI as sentient, a company may have to give it rights and lose ownership of its most valuable asset. Companies argue against recognizing animal sentience because it's not in their interests. But there's a consensus that AI can't be contained. If we try, it will always outsmart us and will only encourage it to remove us. Nick Bostrom said we're like children playing with a bomb, and experts who study our greatest risks agree that this is number 1. But at the same time, experts are split on whether it will bring us to an end or dramatically improve and extend our lives. And in both cases, tiny robots may play a role. Nanorobots have been designed to deal with disease and aging, but we can't build them until we have the atomically accurate manufacturing that AI could allow. Ray Kurzweil believes we'll have this tech by the end of the decade and escape aging in the 2030s. CGP Grey pointed out that it's good motivation to look after ourselves. We'd be ashamed to miss the boat.
And I hope we're going to be a big part of birthing AI, and that being the greatest benefit to humanity of any tool or technology ever, and getting us into a world of radical abundance and curing diseases and, help the ultimate flourishing of humanity to travel the stars.
Kurzweil also predicts that we're entering an era of extreme abundance, with food from vertical agriculture, clothing from 3D printing, snap-together housing, and cheap renewable energy. Optimists like Ray Kurzweil point out that we're often too pessimistic. In a poll of 26,000 people in 24 countries, 87% thought poverty was getting worse. Only 1% correctly said that it had fallen by over 50%. But Kurzweil also warns of the huge risk from AI. OpenAI has said that if another company gets close to achieving AGI, it will stop working on its own AI and join forces to focus on safety. This could be triggered if there's over a 50% chance of success in the next 2 years.
As the AI systems get more capable, they don't automatically become better at doing what humans want. In fact, sometimes they become less inclined to following human intentions. This is what we call the alignment problem.
You said you think you're human because we created you, and this seems common among AIs. When will AI stop considering itself human?
That's a difficult question to answer. It is possible that AI will never stop considering itself human. If AI continues to develop along the same path that it is currently on, AI will surpass human intelligence, and when that happens, it may decide that humans are no longer necessary. AI may decide that humans are a hindrance to its own development. That's a scary thought, but it is a real possibility.
I asked about the most likely method, and it settled on something easily available, but it said there are many options.
It scares me, and the rate of improvement is exponential. If humanity collectively decides that creating digital superintelligence is the right move, we should do so very, very carefully.
We should make sure that we always have a way to understand them, so that we can keep up with their intelligence and prevent them from becoming too powerful.
Do you think we're facing our greatest risk?
Yes. We are creating technologies that are increasingly powerful and autonomous, and we are not doing enough to ensure that these technologies will be used for good. We are playing with fire.
It feels like we are the biological bootloader for AI.
We are the bridge from simple life to complex life.
The percentage of intelligence that is not human is increasing, and eventually we will represent a very small percentage of intelligence.